What's good, y'all? My name is Archer. This is my Destiny 2 review. I spent about 140 hours. Last time I played was 2019 during Forsaken. That's my favorite expansion. It was about like when Shadowkeep came out, but I didn't play it. I just left after that because I knew Cade died. But yeah, I know it's late, but I spent about a couple of weeks after just chilling on the game, just seeing how it is, just like the after effects of expansion stuff, and yeah. So enjoy. Alright, so like I saw Destiny 2 had a free Witch Queen weekend. I'm like, yo, I'm down. I haven't played it in a long time. Witch Queen looked pretty good. I wanted to try it, so and Lightfall was coming out, so I'm like, yo, I'm down. So I got Witch Queen for free. I did the campaign. That shit was really good. Witch Queen campaign was actually really good. I'm surprised, man. The narrative, the boss fights, the world, everything looked really good. It was a good expansion, especially in that they released crafted weapons. I think that was Witch Queen, right? Yeah, so crafted weapons is really good for the game too. But yeah, that's how I got back into Destiny 2. I saw the Witch Queen weekend for free. I'm like, life was coming, so down. I got that. I did that weekend. That took me about maybe like I don't know 10 hours for that campaign maybe. I didn't do legendary because that shit was too fucking hard. But that's how I started getting back in again. And then I tried to do the cross save. I got that working. Got my characters back. That shit too. That I got all that done. So like my first impression was pretty good, I got all my shit back, I loaded in, I was ready for Lightfall. Then Lightfall drops. Lightfall drops, we start the campaign, it's going alright. We're like, yo, shit's lit, we're in space, about to get to Neptune, fighting as you can see we're fighting fucking Callus here. Um but yeah, that shit went down real quick. So the campaign is really fucking it's just a big filler episode because the final phase apparently had too much content, so they split it between the two. So that's how Lightfall came to be. Apparently, I guess that's how the Lightfall campaign came to be. So that's why it's kind of shit. They had a very non-impactful, uh, I guess narrative. Maybe I don't know, man. Like it didn't feel that great. Like yeah, you're invested into the story, but not that much, man. Like the shit just looks cool. That's about it. Shit looks fucking cool, man. That's what it's about, Lightfall. But the story itself is just kind of whack. I couldn't really get into it, It's just, it's whatever. Rohan died, yeah, Saj. Saj, Rohan dead, Saj. But, then you get stuck with fucking Nimbus, this guy's, Nimbus is alright, he's not bad. He's your vendor for Neptune. So you get your, bounties and shit from him, and then you can get your pinnacle and stuff too. Uh, But yeah, for the campaign, hella mid. I would give it fucking like 4, maybe 5 out of 10. 4.7 out of 10. That's final. 4.7 out of 10 for the campaign final. Boom, boom. The thing we're probably gonna talk about here is the open world structure. I think they built it pretty well between the worlds. Neptune looked really good. Like I know people are like they're hoping for like a lively city, but like come on, this is Destiny. It's fucking all the planets are war torn. They've all been fucking nuked and shit. So Neptune looked pretty good. Witch Queen, like I forgot the name of the planet. I think it's Shadow Throne, Shattered Throne, Throne World. I think it's Throne World. Yeah, like that place looked pretty sick too, especially with the whole reveal stuff. You can get like to secret areas. The events and stuff you can do around is pretty cool. The amount of people you have to play with is pretty good. Like you're not gonna really alone. You can see them on the map and stuff too. Never really alone. The lost sectors are really good. They're hard too. Lost sectors are really fucking hard, man. I did the easiest one. Even then, I was fucking struggling. Like yo, holy shit! I can only imagine the other shit. You got the other lost sectors that are harder. But yeah, those are fun. The hidden sectors are good too. Like it just felt pretty clean, Like the quest you have that you can do. The what else is there? The quests, the bounties. There you go. Yeah, the bounties. The bounties feel alright. Bounties are bounties. You get some decent amount of XP and progression through that. It's pretty mid. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty mid the bounties. Sometimes I feel like it's a fucking pain to do. I have to gather 8 bounties here, 8 bounties there, 8 bounties there, and then fucking try to string them all together in a certain mode or something. Like yeah, there's that, you know. I think the next thing I want to talk about is probably how it feels to be a solo player coming back. You know, just cause me, I haven't played Wired since 2019 or whatever, since Forsaken. Um, so coming back was obviously like, you know, who am I gonna play with? There's gonna be easy alone, this that. Like legendary is pretty fucking hard, not gonna lie. But yeah. So I like for solo, it was still pretty good. There were people to play with. They don't talk much. Like nobody presses enter and fucking talks in chat. Uh, it's very rare that they would use voice chat. I don't know. Like like for me, people didn't really talk that much. Like when they were raiding, yeah, like they talked a little bit just to like get some comms through. But like over that, they don't talk much. But the players are helpful. Like they will help you. Some are not. You know, it's an MMO. There are some elitists you can't see. You're gonna meet some dicks and shit. Like it is what it is. You know, it's an MMO. The multiplayer. But majority of people, they're pretty nice. They'll help you. They'll play. They won't just ditch you if you're shit. You know, some people will, but like not most people won't do that. Um, but like the average player attitude is pretty good, honestly. Like, it's not much assholes. You can probably join a clan easily. Like I got picked up by a clan just by playing PvP. I don't even know who these guys were. They picked me up. I joined them. I'm like, yo, you guys do raids and shit? They're like, hell yeah. I'm like, alright, I'm down. That's it, you know, we joined the clan. Alright, so you've done the campaign, like you look through the world and stuff, you know what's next. So after finishing the campaign comes obviously endgame. Endgame in this game is just like any MMO, you're grinding your power levels, just gear, dailies and weeklies and strikes and quests, whatever you can to get gear, you know. And the way gearing works in this game, they have stats, high stats, right? And they're just it's RNG based. Obviously, like you know, like RNG based games is or like drops and stuff. It's kind of shit. But, like it's not as bad in this game. It's pretty easy to get the drops and fire them. And with crafted releasing, I'm sure to God, crafted is one of the best things that could happen in this fucking game because crafted gives you the best rolls. You can craft it, you can get the weapon, just make it level it up though. That's the thing. You have to level it up. So, but if you like the weapon, it won't be too bad. You know, I did it with the which one? The one of the new ones, the new AR, the Strand one. I did it with that. It's called Perpetualist or something. I think it's Perpetualist. That gun's fucking amazing. It was so good. I got it crafted and shit. I did that too, you know. And leveling it up wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, for the gearing of this game, you're just gonna keep farming and farming until you get some high stats. And then once you get some high stats, you're gonna get some material called like ascendant alloys and like cores and stuff, enhancement cores. You're gonna level it up to like max 10, and then like this is not exotic. Exotics you can't masterwork unless it has the catalyst, which is weapons only. I'm not too sure about the fucking armor and stuff, but for rares, yeah, for rares you can rank them up to 10. And then at 10 they're masterwork, which is, they get +2 on all stats. So like the only gear you want to masterwork is the shit that you actually want to keep. And like grinding for the gear that you actually want to, it's hard, you know, depending on your build and stuff. It's very hard to make a good build and like get the stats that you want, you know, because it's fucking RNG drops and shit. But it's not like honestly, if you put 100 in resilience and you get that 30% damage reduction, your gear won't be too bad. I think getting 100 resilience is like #1 priority for builds, cause like you know, you won't die as fast. That's fucking #1 in raiding and everything. Very much don't die. Uh, so yeah, that's pretty much gearing. You're just gonna be grinding fucking quests and shit to get some high stat rolls, and then you're gonna masterwork it, and it's gonna get +2 on all, and then you're good. You know, get what you want for your build, and then you can swap and shit easily. So the way gearing works in Destiny 2 is like you have powerful gear, which is like I think it's like 2, 3 power levels above. I think it starts at from tier 1. It starts like 1 or 2 power levels above your cap, and then it goes up like power tier 1, then tier 2 is maybe like 4, then tier 3 is like 5 or something, and then pinnacle is 6. Easily 5, 6, right? It's the highest. So you're gonna have to grind your powerful gear, or I don't know which. I usually grind my powerfuls out first. I'll grind out my powerfuls, which you gotta do from vent. There's like fucking a shit ton of vendors you can do. But they all need like 8 bounties. I think that's what it was. Yeah, you need to complete 8 bounties for each vendor, and then they'll give you a powerful gear tier 1, maybe tier 2. I think there's one guy that gives you tier 2 in the tower. And then after you do your powerful gear, then you do your pinnacles, right? And this is stuff you do weekly, like powerful gear, vendor stuff, and the pinnacle is weekly. So your pinnacle stuff is I don't know. It's not really hard. You just do like one run of a strike. You have to get like 100,000 points or something. Like the first week I did it, was I couldn't fucking do it. I don't know. Like it was just shit. But hold up. But yeah, the pinnacle farm is not too bad. You know, you just have to get a certain amount of points most of the time, and like it's not too bad. You can do it easily. The only thing about gearing is that if you don't have the expansion for that world, you can't. Some of the gear is locked behind the expansion. You know, so it's a paywall. So so that's the bad thing about this shit, is a fucking paywall in the gearing, you know. So whoever has all the expansions, they can get their gear done faster for that week. But in the end, like I don't know. I feel like there's no rush to gearing. Like I did it. Like I started from fuck. I didn't do the legendary campaign, so I didn't skip to 1770. It took me not 2 weeks. What am I saying? It took me like maybe. Actually, no. It might take me almost 2 weeks to get to 1770. Just because of the pinnacle farm. But if I had the other shit, and maybe probably would, or other expansions, it probably would have been easier. But anyways, yeah, the pinnacle farm is kind of ass. Only because it's locked behind the paywall. But yeah, so gearing, armors, RNG drops, you know, you can get help from your what do you call your little fucking ghost thing. You can add the slot to give you some, like the gear, the stat you want, give you a boost in the stat you want. You can do that to help with armors. Then the weapons, you would just keep grinding and grinding until you get those things called the red borders. And with the red borders, you can get 5 of them. I think you need five red borders of the same weapon, and then you can craft it. So that would be your goal. Ultimately, for any weapon that you like, you would want to craft it, level it up, and then put on the god rolls, and there you go, you're done. That's gearing. Masterwork it +2 all stats, you know? That's gearing, man. That's it. Now, I want to talk about this game as an FPS MMO. So, like, FPS MMO is very hard to achieve because there's not many of them, and there's not many that are doing good. I think Destiny's probably the best FPS MMO out there right now. I haven't, as far as I know, honestly, I haven't seen anything better. But as an FPS MMO, I think it's pretty good. Like the guns feel good, like the aim, the hit registry, all that shit feels nice. You know, it's not too like bad because it's Bungie. You know, they've perfected the craft of FPS. They've made fucking Halo, like Halo 1, 2, 3. You know, they perfected this shit. They know how to make an FPS, but making the MMO is what they're working on, right? Or like have worked on, whatever, you know, they're still doing it. Like slowly they will get better at doing this. I think they still need some more improvement. But yeah, that was that. I think the overall difficulty of these raids is I don't think they're hard. Like I think it was that one streamer, what was his name, Dato? I think he said Bungie need to add another difficulty to this game or something, and I agree with him, honestly. Root of Nightmares was fucking easy, man. Honestly. Like, and I'm pretty sure the world first, I think they cleared it in what, 2.5 hours, and it was confirmed. Confirmed 2.5 hours world first for this Root of Nightmares clear. On contest mode, of course. Which I think, honestly, I know they only have contest mode for 2 days. But like, if they want to elevate the rating in this game, they gotta take it to the next level. Obviously, that's what fucking elevating means, right? So the next level for this game is like what Dato said, add another difficulty. And me personally, I think they should take off the contest mode for 2 days and just make it like a week or something. Like you have a week to clear this raid, like at this difficulty, like put a hard difficulty. Like just the fact that they cleared it in 2.5 hours is fucked up, man. Like people in Savage did it like this that fastest Savage in FF14 was 16 hours, I think. I'll correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it's something like that. And like Savage is not even too hard. Like it is hard, but it's capped. Like it's capped, Like you can just. It's not like an ultimate. So Destiny should look at other MMOs and see how like how people structure difficulties in their games. Like FF is definitely the best. Maybe in World of Warcraft, I don't know. I didn't play WoW, but those are good examples of difficulty in games, in rating at least, that they can add. Alright, I want to talk a little about the side content. You have like Gambit, you have PvP, you got Nightfalls. Uh, Gambit's alright. I find it pretty fun. It's hard to explain. It's PvPvE. Um, if your team's fucking shit, you'll definitely lose. That's for sure. But it's fun overall. Like there is some very hype moments in Gambit. You'll have good times. You definitely need to do it for Pinnacle. So that's good. The PvP, alright, so like PvP in this game, it's so fucked, man. Honestly, PvP in any MMO is kind of fucked up because you have shit that you don't know about that another player does know about, which becomes advantage for them. You know, like that's just how MMO shit works. Like these abilities, weapons, guns, like they have stats, abilities, and shit you don't know about, but other people do. They have like better guns and stuff. There's like so much variety. You don't know which one's good against PvP, which one's good against PvE, right? So there's got two different sets. You gotta have a PvP set and a PvE set. I tried it, like it's not too hard for me. I'm a pulse rifle main. Fuck that shit. Pulse rifle all day, bitch. Anyways, anyways, yeah, the PvP is alright. It's not too bad. Like the hit, like the ping. I don't think ping matters too much. Obviously, if you have good connection, you should be fine. But if you're laggy, you definitely be fucked. Like just like any game. But like I think most of my shots would hit. Like the registry wasn't too bad. It's just you just like learning more about the weapons and stuff and abilities that you can use and the builds that people have is what makes PvP hard. I don't do competitive though, cause I don't give a fuck about doing ranked in this game. I just did it for the pinnacle farm. It was fun overall, but it's PvP. The only reason it's actually good is because Bungie made an FPS that's good. That's all I can say about it. It's just because of the builds and shit people have. It just makes it kind of shit sometimes. I think Nightfalls is pretty fun. They're pretty hard. If your two teammates don't know what the fuck they're doing or how to play properly, or like how to stay alive at least, then it might be tough. But like it's not too bad. Yeah, I think this is where we're bugged. I think this is where we're bugged. We couldn't get out. Yeah, we couldn't get out here. See, like we're fucked here. We couldn't do shit. But yeah, the Nightfalls are good. They rotate pretty. I think they rotate weekly or something. I don't know. I'm not too sure. The only thing about Nightfalls is you need what is it called? So there's like the classes, right? So there's a Surge perk in the Nightfall. Is like what the class Surge, whatever. You use that class that has the power boost, and you can get Pinnacle for it. But sometimes those classes, if it's a stasis yeah, if it's stasis, then it's beyond the light paywall, because you get the stasis class from the expansion. And if it's Strand, I think Strand came the week after, so I couldn't do Nightfall the first week, but the second week I could do it because it was Strand, right? So it wasn't too bad. But the Nightfalls were fun. It's definitely worth doing. Alright, to conclude my video, let's see. We went through like campaign, we went through some gearing, like how open world is. We went through a couple of the strikes. Those strikes are good. They're decent actually. Not too bad. Uh, the weapon variety is pretty good. The player base is not too bad actually. It's pretty thriving. It's thriving, fam. So that's pretty good. Um, what else? The side content's not too bad. Like overall, the game is doing good. It's just the campaign for Lightfall was fucking shit. It was so underwhelming. But the weapons and like the other stuff in the expansion, like the content is pretty good. It's not too bad. Like, the seasonal activity is pretty fun. Like the weapons from the seasonal activities are really good. When it comes to raiding, like add more raid difficulties and stuff, make it a little bit harder. But yeah, add some player housing, maybe some other good extra stuff for the players. The things that they did with the light levels and stuff, I don't really care about it. I got to 7 just because I wanted to try, and I don't want to be 6 no more. But it's whatever to me. I know it says like, oh, if you're level 10 or whatever, you're raid ready, but it's just, I think it's just all depending on your gear and stuff. If you're raid ready. But I guess but it doesn't make a difference if you're 7, 8, or something. It just means that you actually grinded for that level. You have to do some stuff that is actually difficult to level up. So it's pretty good. It's not too bad, these light levels. So I think overall, coming back to Destiny 2 was a good experience. I had fun. Witch Queen was good. Lightfall was alright. The content was good. The camping shit, but whatever. um, I think I'm gonna keep playing the game like here and there. People still play this game. Like this game averages well over 60, 70,000 people a month. I think it's over 60,000. Like when the raid came out, they hit a new peak. So that's good for them. Congrats to Bungie hitting a new peak on Steam. But I think people will keep playing this game no matter what other people say. Like, oh, Destiny this, Destiny that. The game is still fun. They're gonna add more content. People are gonna keep playing. There's no doubt about that. It shows on Steam charts. So in the end, I think coming back to Destiny 2, I would give it a nice 7.6, 7.6 out of 10. Destiny 2 right now, which is I think it's a pretty good score. FPS MMO 7.6, not too bad, man. They just need to tweak it a little bit, and they'll be easily an 8. Oh yeah, they have the battle pass. The battle pass in this game is fucking great. I would recommend it just because you get some good shit from it, but you don't need it. But you do get some cool shit from this game. Alright guys, so I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching. If you found anything helpful, just leave a like, sub, comment, share, anything. I'm new to YouTube. I'm gonna get better at doing these reviews for sure. Just tip of the iceberg here. Tip of the iceberg. I just finished Secure. I'm gonna do Elden Ring. The NGS, FF14. There's a bunch of games on my list right now. So yeah, thanks for the support, guys. Peace.